The first life forms appeared in the oceans nearly 4 billion years ago. Biological diversity was derived from these primitive genes, the encoded imprint and memory of our common heritage. Genes are the keys of life. Their expression determines the forms, limits, and diversity of the species. We have only recently decoded the genome, and now, driven by fascination and the whims of the market, we are modifying and patenting genes. We are dissecting life's mechanisms, transgressing the millennia-old frontiers between species, between human, animal, and plant, between animate and inanimate. We create industrial fish ponds, transgenic trees, animals, and above all, transgenic plants, which, unknowingly, we are already eating.
Tout devient marchandise. Un gène humain devient marchandise. L'eau devient une marchandise. Et alors tout doit être commerciable. Tout doit être soumis à la logique de la rentabilité de la marchandise dont la valeur est déterminée uniquement par la rentabilité commerciale, industrielle et financière.
Vous savez, les matières premières, uranium, charbon, pétrole, les grandes puissances, les grandes sociétés se battaient, se faisaient la guerre parfois pour essayer de s'arroger un droit de priorité, d'exclusivité, de prospection. Eh bien, la nouvelle matière première de ces biotechnologies, c'est le génome, c'est la diversité génétique, et on assiste à des positionnements de puissance qui rappellent exactement cela.
Now, whoever controls the genes controls the 21st century. It's as simple and profound as that. What's really happening, you see, the public is still treating biotech anecdotally. Cloning here, a new gene therapy there. What we haven't yet understood is that this is not an anecdotal technology. It's a sweeping change in the nature of commerce. Genes for food, fiber, construction, building materials, energy, pharmaceuticals, medicine. The computer and the gene come together in the fields of bioinformatics, and that's a powerful union.